Hi, this is Alicia. Things are really difficult out there right now. A lot of us are really struggling with a whole lot of different things. Sometimes it feels like there's really not much that we can do because the world's problems are so big. But that's not true at all. We can begin to make a difference by doing all kinds of different things. We alone can make the world a better place. So I thought I'd share a couple of things that you can think about as to how you might point yourself in the direction of really trying to make the world a better place so that it doesn't suck as bad as it does for so many of us. One thing that you can do is start to use a softer tone with the way that you talk to others, and most especially the way that you talk to yourself. We need to be gentler with other people, and we definitely need to be gentler for ourselves. Another way that we can make a difference is by not posting divisive things on social media, even though it scratches an itch and it feels like you're getting something satisfied because you're so anxious or aggravated or scared or frustrated. Stop and pause a little bit more on social media and ask yourself, when I put this out in the world, is it making a difference or is it making things worse? I believe what goes around comes around. So I always try to make it a little bit better. I'm not successful 100% of the time, but it's the direction that I'm pointing myself in. Try also to point yourself in a more curious direction to try to understand people and why they might be different than you. They're not stupid. A lot of times things that we post offend friends and family that have those particular beliefs, and we don't even bother thinking about who we might be offending. We just lumped them together in a them. So try pointing yourself in a more curious direction to ask questions, to understand why people are different than you are. It'll help breed understanding, and it'll help build bridges. Another thing we can do is cut people some slack. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt instead of jumping to conclusions, especially really negative ones. We also need to cut ourselves slack. Sometimes we hold ourselves too high of a standard. And right now, when the world's so crazy, we need to cut ourselves some slack. It's a lot out there right now. So be gentler with yourself. Also try to be more aware and more present wherever you are and with whomever you are. Because when you do that, you can be responsive to your environment and make a difference when you see there's a need. It might be something as simple as reaching that higher shelf for somebody that you can tell can't reach it because they're so short, like me. I had that happen today. Or helping somebody, an elder person, put groceries in their car. Or holding the door for a woman that's pregnant that might be having a little bit of difficulty. When I was pregnant, I was really big. I was as wide or as far out as I was tall. And so sometimes just reaching the door or reaching the steering wheel was an effort for me. So it was always so nice when someone stopped for a moment and held my door, especially towards the end. Also, try to mend some fences. Now is the time to mend fences. Now is the time for forgiveness. If not now, when? If you get in contact with somebody that you've had an issue with for a while, or it didn't end well, find a way to mend those fences and find understanding. And most especially, if you can, try yourself to forget. Try to forgive. Because that's really more of a gift to you than it is to the other person. But it ends up being a great gift to both of you. Now's the time to drop the heavy things of the heart and really step into some important virtues, like being a bigger person and being a better person and trying harder. And most especially, love unconditionally as much as you can. People need your unconditional love and acceptance. People crave it. This is such a judgmental world these days, and we all need a soft place to land. Try to be that for other people. And you can do that by not expecting them to be anything different than they already are. That will build beautiful relationships. It'll make your heart lighter, and you'll be so happy that you did something different. This is Alecia with AskAlecia.com.